So in Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately, at least lately, as much as I can keep up on the game for, everybody's worried about destruction. Banishing, destruction, you gotta get it out of the way, you gotta remove a card, you gotta take it out, you gotta get rid of the problem, which, that's how it's always been. But, it's more or less more asserted as it is now. But there's a card that some people play to not necessarily get rid, but make a stalemate. You could play Rivalry of Rivalry of Warlords, Scrap Iron Scarecrow. You could play what is it? Messenger of Peace. You can play Wall of Revealing Light if you want to. You can play Swords of Revealing Light. Basically what I'm saying is cards that prevent your opponent from attacking you or can negate an attack. Stalling is pretty much the word. But the thing is, I would focus more on Scrap Iron Scarecrow because of how its effect works, but Rivalry of Warlords would work decently as well, so is Wall of Revealing Light, but not as much. Swords of Revealing Light goes away. So what I'm talking about is, I've had games, and I've played against people where I've had games, where if I play Scrap Iron Scarecrow or they're playing it, that sometimes I can just not get over that card. Like, it's just like they block, and if you do it strategically, you don't block like any random attack, you block your opponent's strongest monster's attack and take damage. That can cause problems. It's just the amount of that you can do it, and you can use it once per turn. I've had some decks where I play, like, if I'm playing like 10 traps, I play like all 8 destruction or defense, negate summons, whatever you want, and then 2 Scrap Iron Scarecrows, and it works like wonderful. The fact that you can have that negate and set it back down. I feel like people don't really remember to play this card as often, and then that's why it like stumps people when you get it, because they're like, oh snap, well now I gotta destroy that card with an MST or my opponent's or one of my monster's effects instead of his monster that he has in the field or something else. It's a nice little annoyance card that isn't played as often, and I feel like we should give it some more love. Because there are so many scenarios where I would actually rather defend than I would destroy, because first of all, destroying isn't as good as in the game as it once was. You want to banish more, so of course, not every single card can banish an opponent's monster, obviously. So, destroying isn't really helpful anymore. Your opponent comes back. So what about having yourself some destruction defense, like you usually do, and a little bit of stalling defense, so you can take out your opponent? I have been trying it. Been trying this for days, actually. I have a little list of videos to make since my jaw. You know, if you've seen that video. If you haven't seen my little Merry Christmas, New Year video. But anyway, besides that plugin, having some defense that isn't necessarily an offensive defense, as in like destroying or banishing or returning to the hand, is actually, I feel like, can even out your defense of the deck. Now, some people aren't playing as traps more often, but if you are playing traps, I would recommend playing a card to that degree. It doesn't have to be Scrap Iron Scarecrow, though that is my personal recommendation. But cards that let your deck have a defensive edge, like Rivalry of Warlords doesn't do it to the same degree as Scrap Iron Scarecrow. It does it in a different way, but it's like still the same idea. So, you know, being defensive. Messenger of Peace is another one, and it's just Swords of Revealing Light, no, because it only lasts 3 turns, where, yeah, Scrap Iron Scarecrow could only last a turn if somebody MSTs it, but so could Swords of Revealing Light, or destroys it or whatever. So having it be able to last infinity, technically, it's good. It's good little defense, and it's helping me, so, I don't know. Leave me down your thoughts below if you think having, like, 75% destruction and then some just standard defense would actually work out. That's my opinion. I don't know. My opinion's not always the right opinion, but, you know, man, come on. Let me know down below. Let me know what else you want to see. Let me know what you think. Ideas. Message me. Add me on Facebooks. And, yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got today. That's all I got. I'll see you later. Shimona.